Making a raised panel with the table saw and multi-fence jig. Start by making the groove for the raised panel, then mark the angle and set the blade. Cross cut first, then rotate around to finish the other cuts. Now set the blade height to the depth of the rabbet and the fence to the width of the rabbet. This cut will allow the panel to fit snugly into the groove. Here is a look at the multifunctional table saw jig. This basic box design you see here is from William Inc., and he has a YouTube video on building it, which I highly recommend. Here are some of the accessories I've added which I think are very useful. Starting with this T-track on the front side of the jig. This is used for attaching feather boards, pressure rollers, and other accessories. You can see here all the insert screws for attaching auxiliary and sacrificial faces, like the perfect miter and flipping it around for the dado rabbet jig. When using a feather board or pressure roller, a really warped piece could lift up the jig. So I've installed these mag switches on the inside, securing it to the fence. You can do a lot with this jig. So stay tuned as I show the many uses for this multifunctional. Setting up your bandsaw. It's a good idea to remove your table when setting up your saw. This allows you to adjust the guides below the table accurately. Notice that the wheel is convex shaped with the high spot in the middle. To eliminate drift and blade wobble, you want to place the back of the gullet in the center of the wheel. Now tension the blade and check by pushing your finger against the blade on the left side of the wheel. You should have about a 1/4 inch play. Next, you need to set the back bearings. With the back of your finger, you should be able to push the blade into the bearing, generally 1/32 to 1/16 of an inch. Now set the side bearings as close as possible without touching the blade. Put the table back and you're ready to cut. Here's a look at the Wixey digital angle gauge and the vernier protractor by Fowler. The Wixey gauge has an accuracy of 20/100th of a degree, while the Fowler has an accuracy of 8/100th of a degree, or 5 minutes. This is 2.5 times greater accuracy, allowing you to dial in any angle very precisely. Here the Wixey reads 72.7 and later jumped to 72.6, when the actual angle was 72.583. For general purpose work, you can use a digital gauge, but when you need to be more accurate like the dodecahedron I posted earlier, a vernier protractor is a much better option. You can see here the vernier scale, 60 minutes in 5-minute increments.